Greetings. Welcome to another episode of the Insightful Living Channel, where myself, Stephen Harvey, licensed therapist, just expound upon a myriad of challenges and obstacles that come across my desk with all of the clients that I work with. So in other words, if it's a certain issue that comes up over and over again with the individuals, couples, families, and children that I work with, I say, you know what, this is an indicator that this is probably an issue that I need to just expound on and speak about and take a deep dive into, just to share how to overcome these obstacles, right? Obstacles in your personal life, your professional life, and your romantic life. All right, you can look me up on Psychology Today or the agency that I direct and work with, helptoadjust.com. Let's get right into it. Today, we're going to deal with an issue that comes up a lot in my couples that I work with. All right, the couples that I work with, many of them are struggling on how to overcome infidelity. How to overcome infidelity, an act that breaks the trust of a relationship, an act that just switches up the whole dynamic. You thought you were with someone who had a certain level of integrity and principle and just discipline, and you found out that they did something egregious that really just had you feeling like this was a disloyal individual. But you still see potential in the relationship. How do you get over that? Okay, so I'm just going to give you a basic foundation on how to overcome infidelity. All right, I like to make my videos pretty short and succinct. I don't want to go on and on. I just want to kind of give you some real direct strategies. So I'm going to just share about 4 to 5 things to help a couple overcome infidelity. So one of them is, I'm going to speak to the person who actually committed the infidelity. If you were the one who actually committed the infidelity, you need to be more transparent in how you engage with your partner. Do not think that you could commit infidelity and then have the same level of freedom and autonomy that you had prior to the infidelity. All right? It doesn't go like that. I have some couples where individuals, they did what they did and they think that life should go right back to how it was before. It does not work like that. You have to make some adjustments to enable your partner to buy back in or to trust the relationship again. So now you may have to do certain things that you probably did not do before. You kind of got to go overboard a little bit to show your partner that you are really serious about the relationship, to prove and show to your partner that you just had a one-time mistake, bad decision, but that bad decision doesn't represent your whole energy toward the relationship. Okay? So when it comes to transparency, you have to move a lot more. Well, really, you have to move in a transparent way that is sufficient for your partner. Okay? So in other words, maybe before your partner didn't really have to know exactly where you were at a particular time. Now you have to be open and willing to let your partner know that if that's what is required, if that's what they need to help them build trust back up in a relationship. Maybe before, you probably didn't have to let your partner know exactly who you were going out with, right? Or maybe what time he was going to get back. Or maybe you really didn't do FaceTime like that. Maybe it was mostly a call or a text, right? But now, listen, your partner may want the FaceTime now more often. All right? Now, your partner may require you to pick up the phone more or answer their texts or what have you in a more expedient fashion. So it's just a conversation to have with your partner as to what they need to see to help them build back trust. So number 1 is you have to be more transparent in your movements if you were the one who committed the infidelity. That's number 1. Don't think it's going to be the same. Okay? Number 2, you have to Be available and ready whenever your partner wants to question you or wants to talk about this act that you committed. You can't just have one conversation with them and feel like it's a one and done. No. They may have gotten out everything that was on their mind at that particular time, but then maybe tomorrow, the day after that, or the week after that, other questions may come up because now the partner is questioning the whole relationship. Were they honest here? Were they honest there? What about when they told me that? What about when they told me they were going here? Were they really doing that? Right? Your partner is going to reassess, reevaluate the whole relationship. So you cannot try to force your partner to just get over it. Oh, I've had clients say, oh, well, why are you always taking me there? I did that. We spoke about that. Why do you always got to bring it back up? I'm trying to get over that. No, that's part of your partner's healing process. More questions may arise that may not have been in their mind upon the initial conversation. So you have to be open and willing to engage him or her whenever they have more questions about your movements. Don't try to shut them down. I work with couples that, where it's like that, and you can't. You have to engage them. So you may be thinking, for the one who actually committed the infidelity, how long do I have to live like this? How long do I have to live super transparent? How long do I have to live to constantly be open to being questioned about my feelings and my decision making and what was in my head when I did what I did? Well, I would say give yourself, there's no real time frame to that. It's really as long as it takes for your partner to build back up trust. But if you want me to give you a nice gauge, I would say be willing to live like that for minimum 6 months, and that's minimum. Let's say 6 months to a year plus. It all depends, but no less than 6 months. I had some clients say, oh, well, I've been showing you my phone. I gave you my passwords. I've been picking up every time you call, doing everything you want me to do for 3 months, and you still hounding me. No, 3 months is not long enough. Not long enough. All right? 6 months to a year, give yourself. Okay? So just want to put that out there. Now, the other thing is this. Now, for the person that committed the infidelity, I need you to remember this. Remember this long, arduous, tedious process to rebuild trust. I need you to remember this and keep this at the forefront of your mind the next time a sexual offer is made to you. Yes, you may indulge and you may want to make yourself feel good, or your ego might be stroked at that moment to engage with this individual, but I need you to remember what is at stake. And I need you to put that at the forefront of your mind, not the back of your mind, because when you indulge with this person, and then now, everything that really means something to you comes up afterwards because it's in the back of your mind, it's too late. I need you to keep it at the forefront of your mind and say, is this one night worth me having to go through a year plus of just being super intentional and transparent and all these, long discussions and me being put on the quote unquote hot seat all the time and all of my, everything I say being questioned, my whereabouts being questioned? Is it worth it? Okay? So being transparent, being there and open and willing to engage anytime your partner wants to question you even more about it, you have to, because they reassessing everything. Okay? And then knowing that you have to go through that for minimum 6 months to a year. All right? So that's just for the person that actually committed the adultery. Last thing, and we're going to wrap it up. I'm just giving you a foundation. You can always put a comment down if you want to get a personal consult with myself, right? And you as a couple. All right? So now the other thing is for the person who was, let's say, cheated on. You are going to have to guard your mind. Meaning your mind is always going to probably want to take you back to your partner cheating on you, which sometimes can prevent you giving your partner an opportunity to show that they have changed. You have to give your partner opportunity to show that that doesn't represent who they are. That was just a moment in time. They had a moment of weakness, if that is the case. Okay? Yeah, sometimes people run game and they try to say that, give you all the words that they feel you want to hear to stay in a relationship, but they still are intent on doing what they want to do. I understand that. You got to go with your intuition. Excuse me. But what if they're sincere? What if they're sincere and they're truly sorry, they're truly apologetic for what they did, and they truly want to make it up to you to let you know that, hey, I made a mistake. I don't want to lose what we built, what we started, and what we set out to do. You got to give them an opportunity to do that. Yes, you may question, scrutinize them a little bit, but you also want to, as time goes on, you want to start to loosen up a little bit. Right? Start to loosen up a little bit and see how they handle that. You cannot just stay on them 24/7, treating them like a cheater is who they are and a cheater who is who they will always be. So it's going to be a mental thing for you. The person that got cheated on, your mind is going to always, here and there, maybe not always, but sporadically, bring you back to what they did. And you got to check that and say, look at maybe all the benefits. Look at everything that they have and are doing good for you. Keep it in perspective. Give them the opportunity to show and prove that that moment in time is not who they are. All right? That's what you're going to have to deal with. Because you have some people who are truly sincere about their change, truly sincere about showing that that's not who they are, but their partner is continuously treating them like they are untrustworthy. Even though they're giving their partner everything that they ask, they're giving you the letting them know day, time, place, who they're around, FaceTime, put a tracker on my car, whatever you feel you need. You have some people who are doing all of that, and the partner is still questioning everything. You got to give them a little space to show and prove that they are who they say they are. Hope that helps. That's just a foundation. All right? That's just a foundation of certain principles and certain strategies and techniques that I would like for you all to keep in mind when dealing with infidelity. Okay? All right? So drop a comment in the comment section. Thank you for tapping in. I love you. I will always come with relevant content, things that come across my desk on a consistent basis. All right? And just do my best to give you all something to work with for a lot of these challenges that are out here that are very prevalent in society that there is really no handbook on how to handle. Take care. Thank you for tapping in. Another episode of the Insightful Living Channel. Take care. Peace.